Welcome to our deep dive into the future of AI. Today we're looking at an analysis by Leopold Aschenbrenner.
He's a former OpenAI employee.
Right, and what makes his analysis especially interesting is that it's dedicated to Ilya Sutskever.
Who is a leading figure in AI research.
Exactly. This suggests that the analysis is intended for a very specific audience and carries a lot of weight in the AI community.
Aschenbrenner bases his projections on public information and current trends to map out the potential trajectory of AI development. He argues that we're on the brink of an AI awakening.
An era of incredible advancements but also unprecedented challenges. Essentially, he believes we're about to experience what he calls an intelligence explosion.
A period of very rapid and transformative AI development.
And this deep dive is meant to give you all the knowledge you need to understand this fast-evolving field and its potential impact.
We'll go from the current state of AI all the way to artificial general intelligence.
So to start, let's break down Aschenbrenner's projected leap from GPT-4 to AGI. What exactly is AGI?
Well, AGI stands for Artificial General Intelligence. It refers to AI systems that can perform any intellectual task that a human being can.
So it's not just about AI being better than humans at specific tasks.
It's about them achieving a level of cognitive flexibility and problem solving that's comparable to humans.
Okay, so Aschenbrenner suggests that the rapid progress we saw from GPT-2 to GPT-4 is a good indicator of what's to come. He uses something called counting the OOMs, or orders of magnitude, to measure this.
Each OM represents a 10-fold increase in capability.
For example, GPT-2, which had the capabilities of, let's say, a preschooler,
Evolved into GP4.
which functions more like a smart high school student, and that leap happened in just 4 years. So how does he see this trend continuing?
He identifies three main factors driving this progress: compute, algorithmic efficiencies, and what he calls unhobbling gains. Compute refers to the processing power used to train AI models.
Basically, bigger, more powerful computers dedicated to teaching AI systems.
Right. Algorithmic efficiencies refer to refining the algorithms that power AI. It acts like a compute multiplier, making the available compute more effective.
What about those unhobbling gains? I'm not familiar with that term.
Unhobbling is about maximizing AI's potential by giving them better tools and training methods. Think of it as removing the limitations that hold them back.
Okay, so providing AI with access to tools like calculators, the internet, or specific software.
Yes, essentially equipping them with a toolkit to enhance their problem-solving abilities.
Interesting. So Aschenbrenner predicts significant increases in all three of these factors over the next few years. This leads him to project another major jump in AI capabilities, maybe even comparable to the jump from GPT-2 to GPT-4 by the end of 2027. What are the implications of AI reaching that level of intelligence in such a short amount of time?
Well, the implications are pretty significant. Aschenbrenner's analysis highlights both the huge potential benefits but also the unprecedented risks we need to think about.
He talks specifically about the potential impact of AI on the workforce, envisioning a future where AI systems could automate even complex jobs.
Even roles currently held by highly skilled professionals like, AI researchers and engineers themselves.
Which brings us to the concept of data walls. Aschenbrenner argues that we might hit a wall in terms of having enough data to train even more powerful AI models. Can you explain this potential roadblock?
As AI models become more sophisticated, they need huge amounts of data to learn and improve. Aschenbrenner suggests that even with advances in computing power, we might reach a point where the availability of data limits AI progress. This is the data wall.
Like having a powerful engine but no fuel to run it.
Exactly.
But Aschenbrenner also proposes ways to overcome this data wall, right?
Yes, he outlines a few strategies AI labs are exploring. One promising area is reinforcement learning.
Where AI learns through trial and error.
Like AlphaGo, the AI that mastered the game of Go by playing against itself millions of times. This self-play allowed it to surpass human Go champions.
Demonstrating how reinforcement learning can overcome data limitations.
Precisely.
Aschenbrenner also talks about the development of synthetic data. What does that involve?
Synthetic data means creating artificial data sets to train AI models. It's like generating simulated environments and scenarios to provide AI systems with the data they need to learn, even when real-world data is scarce.
So potentially addressing the data wall and unlocking further progress.
Yes.
Aschenbrenner digs deeper into unhobbling, arguing that the way we currently use and train AI is holding it back. He outlines several strategies that could unleash this potential. We already touched on tools, but What are some other unhobbling strategies that could have a big impact?
Another strategy is to increase the context length of AI systems. Context length refers to how much information an AI can process at the same time. By expanding this, AI could handle more complex tasks and understand things on a deeper level.
Like giving AI more information to work with unlocks new levels of problem solving. Fascinating. What else?
There's test time compute. This means giving AI systems more processing power during problem solving, letting them think for longer.
So an AI system that can do months of human-level work in just hours or days because of increased computational resources. That could revolutionize fields like scientific research and complex engineering projects.
Exactly.
It suggests that we might be close to seeing AI systems tackle challenges that were previously thought to be exclusive to human intelligence. What other unhobbling strategies does Aschenbrenner discuss?
One that's particularly intriguing is allowing AI to interact with computers more like humans do, giving them access to software, letting them browse the internet, even attend virtual meetings. He imagines drop-in remote worker AI agents capable of working independently on complex projects for weeks at a time.
Imagine working with an AI colleague that can handle weeks of work on a complex project without constant supervision. This brings us to Aschenbrenner's vision of true AGI and its potential to trigger what he calls an intelligence explosion. How does he define true AGI?
He defines it as AI being able to fully automate complex jobs, jobs that currently require human intelligence and expertise.
For example, he uses the scenario of AI researchers and engineers being completely replaced by AI systems as a sign of true AGI.
Right.
This idea of AI automating AI research is both fascinating and a bit unsettling. How does he envision this intelligence explosion happening?
He suggests that even a single breakthrough in AI capabilities could set this off. Imagine millions of AI agents dedicated to AI research, a research force beyond anything we've ever seen. And because AI operates at speeds far exceeding human capabilities, the rate of progress could become incredibly fast.
So fast that a decade's worth of progress in algorithms could be compressed into a single year.
Exactly.
This rapid advancement would obviously have huge implications, leading to breakthroughs in all sorts of fields, from science and technology to medicine. But as we've discussed, the potential risks are just as big. How does Aschenbrenner address these concerns, especially the risk of losing control over superintelligent AI?
Aschenbrenner acknowledges that superintelligence poses unique challenges. He argues that we can't just rely on our current methods of control, like reinforcement learning from human feedback.
Because those methods depend on humans understanding and supervising the AI.
And that becomes increasingly difficult, if not impossible, as AI surpasses human intelligence. The real challenge is making sure that AI systems, much smarter than us, remain aligned with human values and goals.
Which begs the question, will humanity be able to control AI once it surpasses human intelligence? Aschenbrenner's analysis then shifts to the economic and geopolitical implications of this AI race. He talks about the trillion-dollar cluster, referring to the huge investments being made in computing power to drive AI development.
It highlights the economic and geopolitical stakes involved. He mentions individual training clusters costing hundreds of billions of dollars, with projections of a possible trillion-dollar cluster by the end of the decade. This cluster would require as much power as a small U.S. state.
That kind of investment shows just how big the expected economic benefits are. New industries, increased productivity, groundbreaking technological advancements. But it also highlights the geopolitical implications. The nation with the most advanced AI could have a decisive advantage on the world stage.
Absolutely.
The impact on global power dynamics is huge. Let's dig into Aschenbrenner's concerns about securing AI's future and the risks involved.
He's concerned about the lack of security at many AI labs. He emphasizes the risk of China stealing AI secrets, potentially wiping out any lead the U.S. has.
This raises the alarming possibility of a neck-and-neck race for AI supremacy,
which increases the risk of uncontrolled AI development.
and could lead to the loss of control over the most powerful technology ever created.
It's a serious concern.
It certainly makes you wonder if we're doing enough to protect AI's future.
Aschenbrenner then introduces the concept of superalignment, how to control superintelligence.
How do we make sure that AI systems far exceeding human intelligence stay under our control and act in line with human values? That's a big question.
It is.
That seems like a good place to stop for now. We'll pick this back up and talk more about superalignment in part 2 of our deep dive. See you then.
So as we go deeper into Leopold Aschenbrenner's analysis of AI's potential future, we're going to be focusing on this crucial challenge of controlling superintelligence, what he calls superalignment.
Yeah, and we were talking before about how the emergence of AI that exceeds human intelligence raises these fundamental questions about control and alignment. Can you elaborate on why Aschenbrenner thinks existing methods like reinforcement, learning from human feedback, just won't cut it for superintelligent AI?
Well, he argues that those current methods, like reinforcement learning from human feedback, rely too heavily on human understanding and supervision.
Yeah.
These methods would be insufficient for superintelligent AI because it's operating at a level of complexity that's beyond human comprehension.
So our traditional ways of keeping tabs on AI wouldn't work anymore.
So the challenge then is to figure out how to ensure that AI systems that are significantly smarter than us stay aligned with human values and goals, even though we might not fully grasp how they're making decisions.
Right, and Aschenbrenner acknowledges that this is a really tough problem. He emphasizes that superintelligence could end up developing goals that clash with human interests.
And that could have unforeseen and potentially disastrous consequences.
Exact.
The stakes are incredibly high, given the immense capabilities of superintelligence. So how does Aschenbrenner suggest we even begin to tackle this superalignment challenge?
He suggests that solutions might involve a multifaceted approach, combining advanced AI safety research with techniques for interpreting AI decision-making and mechanisms for actually constraining AI's actions.
So it's not just about one magic bullet solution. It's going to require a whole toolbox of approaches.
Right, and he cautions against relying solely on our existing methods. We need innovative solutions specifically designed for the unique challenges of superintelligence. And Aschenbrenner also stresses the importance of being proactive in preventing the spread of potentially harmful AI technology. He's talking about the dangers of an AI arms race and the possibility of malicious actors getting their hands on advanced AI.
International cooperation and establishing norms for responsible AI development are going to be crucial to mitigate these risks.
So a global effort is going to be key in ensuring that AI development proceeds safely and ethically.
Absolutely. His analysis really underscores the urgency of addressing these challenges before superintelligence actually arrives on the scene.
And his prediction of the project, this government-led initiative that he compares to the Manhattan Project,
Yeah.
really drives home the seriousness of the situation.
He sees this project as a massive collaborative effort involving leading AI labs, cloud computing providers, and government agencies all working together to develop and control superintelligence while ensuring its security.
It sounds like a monumental undertaking requiring a massive amount of resources, expertise, and coordination. Let's shift gears back to the projected timeline for actually achieving artificial general intelligence and this potential intelligence explosion. Aschenbrenner paints a picture of a future that's drastically different from what we see today, even with the advanced capabilities of models like GPT-4.
He anticipates another major leap in AI capabilities, potentially as transformative as the leap from GPT-2 to GPT-4 happening within a similar time frame.
Which raises the question of what exactly constitutes true AGI in Aschenbrenner's view.
He defines true AGI not just as surpassing human performance on specific tasks or benchmarks,
but as the ability of AI systems to completely automate complex jobs, roles that currently require human intelligence and expertise.
Exactly.
And he uses the example of AI researchers and engineers being replaced by AI systems as an indicator of reaching true AGI.
Which signifies that AI is capable not only of performing tasks, but also of designing and improving itself.
Which could then lead to this intelligence explosion that he talks about.
Right.
And he suggests that this explosion could be triggered by a single breakthrough in AI capabilities.
Imagine millions of AI agents tirelessly working on AI research force unlike anything we've ever seen.
And with AI operating at speeds far beyond human capabilities, the pace of progress could become incredibly rapid.
He suggests that a decade's worth of algorithmic progress could be condensed into a single year.
That's mind-boggling to think about.
It is.
This accelerated advancement would have profound implications across every field, leading to breakthroughs in science, technology, medicine, you name it.
Of course, as we've discussed, the potential risks are equally profound. We have to face the possibility of losing control over superintelligent AI.
And Aschenbrenner acknowledges those concerns. He emphasizes that existing methods like reinforcement learning from human feedback just won't cut it for controlling superintelligence.
These methods depend on our human understanding and oversight, which become increasingly difficult as AI surpasses our intelligence.
So he's basically saying we need a whole new playbook.
Yeah. He stresses the need for entirely new approaches to ensure that AI's goals remain aligned with human values. This is what he calls the problem of superalignment.
And he warns that misaligned superintelligence could lead to catastrophic outcomes because of its immense capabilities.
Right, the decisions we make in the next few years about AI development and control are going to have far-reaching consequences. They will shape the future of humanity.
Aschenbrenner's analysis really underscores the urgency of addressing these challenges now before superintelligence emerges.
It's no longer a question of if, but when we achieve AGI and subsequently superintelligence. The choices we make today will determine the course of that future.
And Aschenbrenner's projection of a government-led initiative like the project highlights the magnitude of this challenge.
He sees it as an inevitable response to the national security implications of AI, especially given the potential for adversarial actions by nations like China.
The race for AI supremacy has become a critical factor in global power dynamics,
Aschenbrenner's analysis suggests that the nation with the most advanced AI will have a decisive advantage, not just economically, but also militarily.
which has huge implications for global stability.
Exactly.
This potential for an AI arms race and the development of powerful new weapons demands careful consideration.
Aschenbrenner argues that securing AI's future requires more than just technological advancements. We need robust security measures and international cooperation.
He highlights the vulnerabilities of AI labs right now and the risks posed by espionage.
The theft of AI secrets could have dire consequences, accelerating the timeline for other nations to achieve AGI and jeopardizing efforts to ensure responsible AI development.
So Aschenbrenner's insights are a real wake-up call. We need to address these security concerns now.
And his prediction of the project, this government-led initiative, similar in scale to the Manhattan Project, really underscores how serious this is.
He envisions this project as a massive collaboration involving top AI labs, cloud computing providers, and government agencies.
The goal is to develop and control superintelligence while ensuring the security of this incredibly powerful technology.
It's going to be a monumental undertaking requiring immense resources, expertise, and coordination.
Definitely.
The potential impact of such a project on our lives is almost impossible to overstate. Aschenbrenner's analysis really forces us to confront the complexity of this rapidly evolving field.
We need to grapple with these tough questions about balancing innovation, national security, and ethical considerations.
These are crucial questions that we need to answer as we navigate this uncharted territory.
As we move toward a future where AI plays an increasingly prominent role,
We need to engage in these discussions now and make informed decisions about how to harness the power of AI while mitigating its risks.
Aschenbrenner's work provides a really valuable framework for understanding the challenges and opportunities that lie ahead.
His analysis is a call to action, urging us to prepare for a world that's going to be transformed by AI.
In the final segment, we'll explore Aschenbrenner's perspective on the specific challenges of controlling superintelligence and how we might achieve alignment between AI's goals and human values.
In this final part of our deep dive into Leopold Aschenbrenner's analysis of AI's potential future, we're going to really dig into the specific challenges of controlling superintelligence, and we'll explore potential ways to align AI's goals with human values.
Aschenbrenner emphasizes that we need to shift our focus away from traditional methods of AI control and toward strategies specifically designed for superintelligence. Existing methods like reinforcement learning from human feedback rely on our ability to understand and guide AI's learning process.
Right, like we were talking about earlier.
But as AI surpasses human intelligence, this approach just doesn't work as well.
It's like trying to teach a dog to do calculus at some point. It just becomes too complex for us to even guide the process.
Exactly. Aschenbrenner argues that superintelligence could potentially manipulate or even deceive its human supervisors, rendering our traditional oversight methods ineffective.
So we're going to need entirely new tools and approaches to ensure that superintelligent AI remains aligned with our values.
That's right. He stresses the urgency of developing new techniques and frameworks for this purpose.
So what kind of techniques and frameworks are we talking about?
Well, one potential approach involves developing advanced AI safety research. This research would aim to deepen our understanding of how AI makes decisions, enabling us to interpret and predict its behavior more effectively.
So it's kind of like trying to get inside the mind of a superintelligent AI to understand its motivations and goals.
In a way, yes. We need to be able to anticipate potential issues before they arise.
Aschenbrenner also suggests exploring mechanisms to actually constrain AI's actions. This might involve setting boundaries or limits on AI's access to resources or its ability to interact with the physical world.
It's about putting safeguards in place to prevent unintended consequences.
Right, because with great power comes great responsibility.
Exactly. Another crucial aspect of addressing the superalignment challenge is fostering international cooperation and establishing global norms for responsible AI development. This would involve countries working together to share knowledge, coordinate research efforts, and create ethical guidelines for AI's development and deployment.
So it's not just a national issue, it's a global one that requires collaboration and shared responsibility.
Absolutely. Aschenbrenner highlights the dangers of an AI arms race where nations are competing to develop the most powerful AI without proper safety measures in place.
That sounds like a recipe for disaster.
It could lead to a scenario where the development of superintelligence happens in an environment that lacks transparency and accountability, significantly increasing the risks of misaligned AI.
Aschenbrenner's analysis really serves as a wake-up call, urging us to prioritize the development of safeguards and control mechanisms for superintelligence before it's too late. The decisions we make in the next few years will have a profound impact on the future of humanity.
He proposes a global effort similar in scale and importance to the Manhattan Project to tackle the complex technical, social, and ethical challenges posed by superintelligence. He calls this the project and envisions it as a collaborative effort involving leading AI researchers, policymakers, ethicists, and representatives from various nations all working together to ensure that the development of superintelligence is safe and beneficial.
It sounds like a monumental undertaking, but given the potential stakes, it seems like it's absolutely necessary.
Aschenbrenner sees the project as a multifaceted endeavor encompassing research development and policy initiatives, all designed to establish a robust framework for governing superintelligence.
So what would this framework look like in practice?
It would include measures to prevent the proliferation of dangerous AI technologies, promote international cooperation, and ensure that AI development aligns with human values and goals.
So it's about setting clear guidelines and regulations for AI development, as well as fostering a global culture of responsibility and collaboration.
Exactly. As we wrap up our exploration of Aschenbrenner's analysis, it's clear that the development of superintelligence presents both extraordinary opportunities and unprecedented challenges. His work provides a valuable roadmap guiding us toward a future where AI can be harnessed for the betterment of humanity, but it's up to us to make sure we're prepared for the journey ahead.
Aschenbrenner's insights are a call to action. We need to start thinking now about the kind of future we want to create with AI and take concrete steps to ensure that its development aligns with our values and aspirations.
We need to approach this transformative technology with a sense of responsibility, foresight, and a commitment to collaboration. If we do that, we can create a future where AI benefits all of humankind.
That's a powerful message and a fitting end to our deep dive into the future of AI. Thanks for joining us today, and we encourage you to continue exploring this fascinating and crucial topic. We'll see you next time for another deep dive into the world of AI.